about what to buy your Ostium fan for Christmas? Yeah, we're kind of a unique breed. But don't worry, Ostium has a store. Just go to ostiumpodcast.com and click on the link, and you can buy cool things like our official Ostium Podcast t-shirt, stocking stuffers like our bumper stickers, or pick up today Ostium Book 1, Population 0. And that's going to make your Ostium Podcast fan very, very happy.
Hi, this is Alex C. Talander, creator and writer of the Ostium Podcast, and here's possibly the mini-episode you've been waiting for, Outtakes. When we record Ostium, we rarely get it right on the first try. Well, let's be honest, we never get it right on the first try. But I know no one else does either. Chris or Georgia will be doing a recording, going along fine, and then trip up on a word, or misread something. Chris likes to start again, while Georgia just keeps going and re-records the line. Some of these slip-ups are just simple mistakes that aren't that funny, and others become a whole new form of amusement, spawning discussion and debate. Welcome to the Ostium Season 1 Outtakes. In our first outtake from Episode 5, AWOL, Chris's iPhone decides he really needs to know about a text message, even if it means ruining the entire recording.
Felt like they were starting to move, getting closer together, closing off my roots, doing some wicked ant shit. Starting over on that one. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Next up, we have the first cameo of Chris's stomach. We usually do our recordings after a business meeting lunch, which in hindsight may not be the smartest move, as you shall hear.
Settled down that night after a nutritious meal of pot roast. The meat was bland, but the potatoes were pretty tasty. Chrissy, hungry?
Yeah. Meat potatoes. That is very tasty.
Okay. Okay.
This time, George's phone goes off with an important email from someone special.
And stepped through. On the other side, I was surrounded by wood and creaking. Okay.
I like it.
Hey, it's not me. It's Hillary Clinton bothering me again. All right.
The English language is not always easy, even for someone skilled at speaking it. Sometimes it seems like some words are little hidden mines, just waiting for someone to vocally trip up on them.
October 6th. October 6th. Bleh. October 6th, 1314. October 6th. Ugh. God. October 6th, 1314.
While we were recording episode 5, Chris's vocal talents weren't needed, and he was off the hook. So after a tasty lunch combined with a hard afternoon of recording, Chris had trouble keeping his eyes open.
I was looking at the window when the guy showed up.
When the guy showed up, snore.
Snore. Okay, let's go back to that one.
In the first outtake from episode 6, Dialogues, we get to see Chris's Woody Allen impression.
Yeah, well, I've been very much on my own the last few days, and you suddenly show up, and you're beautiful, and did I, yeah, shit. Sorry. I got all Woody Allen there for a moment. Okay.
In the next one, Chris lays down a potential vocal track for The Blackness that, after some debate, we decided not to go with.
Maybe something happened when he went through that door to Roanoke?
Maybe. Maybe that blackness came and he didn't make it back in time. It got him.
Well, I'm not going to sleep well tonight. Thanks for that. I need more tea.
I think that's the keeper right there. We're just going to leave that one in there.
All right.
Chris's stomach makes a return performance.
Did you zoom into the gates?
No, I didn't.
Do it.
What?
Do it now. You still have the ability.
I do?
Is that your stomach?
It's inside me, the ability. Reach deep inside.
A misspoken word leads to a witty repartee from Georgia.
And we're alive and well now.
And drinking tea.
Is that it? Will you leave us alone?
I'll leave you alone. Fine.
It may not sound like it, but in this first outtake from episode 7, Visitors, Chris hadn't had any cider or beer.
If I hadn't mentioned it, I'm a ciders guy, not a beer guy.
Cider.
Whiter's cider.
Yeah. Right.
I promise you, he really hasn't imbibed a single drop of alcohol at this point, even though it may not sound like it.
But he'll drink a cider occasionally, especially if it's all a friend's fridge has.
Fridge? Oh, you're burping.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Let's see.
But he'll drink a cider.
Okay. Sorry. Right. But he'll drink a beer occasionally, especially if it's all a friend's.
Cider.
Yeah, shit.
A misspoken word takes this scene into a whole new weird arena.
He comes back and hands me a bottle and sits down opposite me on the long couch where we've watched a number of movies together. Tough guy, Ash. Okay.
Ash and shit flicks.
In an outtake from episode 9, Avalon, Chris manages to mess up the vocal delivery of the word,
Monica has the door open, and I'm out in the fresh morning air before she can say Ostium. And after about 5 steps, I stop dead in my tracks with an elongated, How's that supposed to sound?
You're basically, you don't know where the hell you're going. So it's confused,
Okay.
like, where the fuck are we going?
Okay. Oh, that's the British, right? Isn't Britain says and America says I don't know, because there was something in Harry Potter that I forget what it was, but there was some, maybe it's not but there was something that they say in Harry Potter, and I was like, what? Like, we don't say that in America.
You what? Maybe that's what they...
We both say and huh?
Okay. Okay, maybe it's not but there was something in Harry Potter that I realized was a other.
Sometimes it's hard to stay in character, especially when someone says a bad word.
We're royally up shit creek, and the paddle drifted downstream a long time ago.
Fuck!
I'm thinking, I'm listening to my thoughts, my feelings.
Your reaction isn't good.
We probably went red line on that too.
Oh, we definitely did. Yeah, pretty sure we did.
Yeah.
Once again, the English language rears its ugly, fearsome head. The sheer number of words in this language that have at least 2 or more meanings is both astounding and at times extremely annoying.
We read what's on the monitor over the copy of me together. I'm sorry, over the copy of me? Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah. The concept was so weird. I didn't.
Again, the language.
Yeah.
Is the problem.
I was thinking like newspaper copy, like, you know what I'm going, like copy. Wait, okay, yeah.
Failing of English language.
Right. I get it. Yeah.
The final performance of Chris's stomach.
I've met someone I now care greatly for. Deeply for. To the pit of my...
All of you love her so much.
It's all good outtake material. I pay good money for it.
That was actually the darkness.
Right.
Slowly coming.
Yeah.
In the final outtake, for the mini-episode Stalking Up Monica's version, Georgia has a little trouble saying a few words together correctly. And in case you're wondering, yes, I'm very happy I wrote them that way.
I grabbed a box of Trojan's extra sensual condoms and add it to the bag without realizing it first. I'm going to do another delivery of that line. You pick your favorite.
I grabbed the box of Trojan's extra sensual condoms at first and added to the bag without realizing it. I grabbed the box of Trojan's extra sensual... I can't say sensual for some reason. I don't know why. I grabbed the box of Trojan's extra sensual... Damn it, Alex. I grabbed the box of Trojan's extra sensual condoms and added to the bag without realizing it at first. Thanks for sticking around. You ready for that secret word? It's Croatoan. Croatoan. Come find me, Georgia, at PodCon and tell me that secret word, and if I still have one of the 3 copies of the Ostium book, it's all yours. And if you want to try your darndest to make sure you find me, send your name and email to ostiumpodcast@gmail.com and we'll arrange a secret meeting place to hand over the merchandise. See you at PodCon.